I'm curious about your thoughts on professionalizing AI ethics or professionalizing responsible AI.
Yeah, it's a really great question. I completely understand why you ask, because I think your first question I get a lot, because people say, how did you get here? I understand that there are people out there who are interested in the area and they want to figure out, what is the pathway to kind of get involved in such. I do feel like it's a little early in the sort of history of this area of expertise to determine what it takes, to be qualified for this. I look back at the history of, my field of academia, psychology, and, first there were medicine and physical sciences experts who got, sort of founded the field. Then there were philosophers who came in and said, okay, but you need unifying theories, like to think about what makes the whole person. Then there were statisticians who got involved. So it took quite a while before psychology was really a thing. And then once it was really a thing, then there were sort of separate tracks. Like, what do you want to do? I'm not a clinical psychologist. I couldn't treat anyone because I didn't study that. I didn't focus on that. That wasn't my area of interest. So as much as I understand that there are folks who want to get involved, I do worry a little bit that, let's say, there might be like a privacy organization that wants to do standardization. That's like a specific spin on it. It's not the whole thing. And I'm not sure who could put together the whole thing. I think if it were possible, and if we weren't too early, and if I was wrong about that, I would just really zero in on the multidisciplinary. It's so multidisciplinary.
So interdisciplinary.
Yeah. And I mean, it gets to be more so, the deeper I get, the more I'm like, oh, okay, so now maybe I should be thinking about a UI expert, user interface kind of expert. Privacy, I didn't mention, but, should I have an attorney on my team? We could keep going.
Yeah, I mean, we all could just come from such varied backgrounds. Exactly. It's such a diverse group of us. So, yeah, it would be interesting to see how that develops.